Yoga with Nadine. I hope you're all well today. Today we're going to start in a nice comfortable seat of your choice. As I always start in Sukhasana, but sometimes I start on my knees, sometimes maybe if you're not feeling good with those legs crossed today, you want to take those legs long out in front. So take that time just to find what is best for you. And each time you come to your mat, take that moment just to settle in, to honour your body and how it's feeling today and how you're feeling today. And then take that moment to take that little ritual that we take of settling in here. Prince, get all settled, curled up. Are you done? Are you going to take a nice comfortable seat? Oh, you're going to go. Good. Oh, you're going to sit there. So he's taken a comfortable seat, I've taken a comfortable seat, maybe you've taken a comfortable seat too. And then maybe move the flesh and the seat bones. Feel where those hands fit properly today, fit nicely. Maybe on the knees, on the thighs. Maybe just cross one palm on top of the other in the lap. Whatever feels right for you. And then, as I always like to feel that spine snaking up here. As I'm wiggling it through here, feeling that length, feeling that space between the vertebrae lengthen, that lovely decompaction, and then you're feeling that lovely string being pulled through the crown of your head, re-stacking and re-centering out. So if you just visualise one of those skeletons that you see in the osteopathy office or whatever, and if they're all crunched up and compacted here, and then when they're brought up and we're pulling ourselves up long, we're re-stacking, giving space for that movement. We spend so much time compacting with the spine, but we really need to notice pulling that spine up, growing a few inches, like that little root that's coming up through the ground, growing tall. And then slowly from here, head, check it's over the heart, and heart over the pelvis. Sometimes we tip forward, sometimes we crunch forward, hunch in the back. And if you really think about it, where is your head and your heart in connection with the pelvis? So take that moment to restack, lengthening up through here. Feel those shoulder blades sliding down the back. And then as the shoulder blades, feel them slide down the back. Feel then the tail tucking under. Those seat bones, the coccyx, tucking under. And as that tucks under, we take a slight tip in the hips. And then you start to notice that little heat start to come in the belly. And as I always say, belly button to spine or navel to spine, just take a slight pulling that in. So not so much that you're like, I can't breathe. It's just a little heat, just so that everything is nice and supported, connected here. Take a lovely inhale, feel that nostrils, that lovely cool breath flooding down the back of the throat. And as you exhale, soften the face, closing down the eyes maybe, or softening the gaze. And then just feel the face releasing. Maybe take the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth to release the jaw. And then just let that breath go any which way, through the breath, through the nostrils, through the mouth. And then take that lovely next inhale through the nose. Feel that chest space starting to swell. Maybe all the way into the lungs, or maybe not yet. And then as you exhale, after feeling the face soften, start to pull those shoulders away from the ears. Feel them getting heavier, like they're being anchored towards the mat. Inhale. And as you each inhale you take, try and take a little bit more air in. Find a little more space. Maybe start to taking it all the way into the belly, filling that belly. And then as you exhale, feel the shoulders dropping a little more. Shoulder blades sliding down. Everything on the upper body starting to ground down towards the mat. Inhale, feel the body lifting, swelling, rising. And as you exhale, feel it softening, releasing, maybe taking it down the back, into the hips, the hip flexors. Feel them dropping away, glutes softening into the mat. Inhale, feel that body lifting, rising. Maybe visualize yourself, your torso lifting up a little bit away from your lower body. And then as you exhale, feel that pressure pushing down those hips. Maybe feel those knees dropping into the mat a little bit more. Noticing the connection of the body to the mat. Inhale, feel that lift. Feel like your little genie hovering on your magic carpet. And then as you exhale, feel that softening, that releasing. Each inhalation you take, try and take some more breath in. Find more space to fill. Chest, lungs, belly. Think about that belly button being filled up with balloon. And as you exhale, feel that balloon deflating. And feel the body deflating in terms of any tension that you're holding on to. Just notice that gentle swell on the inhale, the expansion through the body. And as you exhale, feel the deflation, releasing, letting go. Maybe visualize the inhale as that lovely wave coming in onto the sea, onto the shore. And then as you exhale, notice that wave receding, always receding. That continual inhalation and exhalation matching with that wave crashing in and then receding back into the ocean. That continual movement that never stops, never changes. And each time as you notice maybe the tide is coming in, it comes a little bit further in. Maybe you can lengthen that to match the waves. Maybe you can visualize yourself sitting on the edge of the ocean. You're sitting on the sand. The sand is warm beneath you. And you're noticing the breath. And with those waves rolling in, you're matching them to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. As you're breathing here, you're also noticing that quality of the breath. Maybe that sea air, that lovely fresh sea air. Maybe feel the sun warming on the skin. Maybe the breeze. And the sound of the sea. The perpetual motion. The crashing and the receiving. Maybe noticing the foam that is left. And just become calm and feel like you're at one with the waves and the sea. You and the sea are joined using your breath. And it matches your breath. Deepening and lengthening. And as you're sitting here on this beautiful beach, breathing in the same time as the waves rolling in and receding, your mind is just completely taken up with noticing all these amazing things, these smells, the sounds. Maybe your breath changes, it slows. And then maybe your body starts to tip forward and back, just moving with the breath, with the sound, with the waves. You start to rock maybe just in time, just probably can't even notice it, but just you're using your breath. And your body is moving in time with the waves. It's like you're hypnotized with the waves and you become one. And with all of this, your mind is just still. You are just one with the waves, and the waves are one with you. You are safe, and you are relaxed, and you've got all that lovely, clean, fresh sea air filled into the lungs, and your body is completely relaxed here, soft and supported. As you're looking at the sea, the horizon maybe you'd like to take the time to set a mantra or an intention, or maybe just something for today. Maybe just to notice, be aware of the little things, the birds that are swooping, the sand underneath you, those fine, soft grains. Noticing the change of the colours of the sky as the sun dips in and out of the clouds, the patterns that the clouds make. As you just become calmer and calmer, you notice your heartbeat slowing and everything stilling. And you're in this beautiful meditative space, and your body feels at one with nature and with the ocean. As you inhale, next time, sweep those palms all the way up to the sky. Send your face to the sun and join those hands in prayer. As you exhale, pull those hands through heart center. Twice more, big inhalation, lifting up the chest, the chin, face to the sun. As you exhale, pull those hands through heart center. Once more, biggest sweep, biggest inhalation, inhaling, lifting, honoring the sun. And as you exhale, pull that sun's energy into your heart, bowing the head, chin to chest, noticing how you feel now. Inhale here. As you exhale, take those palms to the eye sockets. Maybe take that moment in that darkness here to really lock that visualization into your mind, that you can contact back to at any time of stress. That safe place that settles the breath. Inhale here. As you exhale, gently lift the palms away from the face, letting the light back in, opening the eyes and releasing the hands to the side. I don't know about you, but I could have stayed there all day. Inhale here. As you exhale, take the right hand to the mat. Just take that moment to feel that mat. Maybe you're still feeling the sun or the sand under the hand. And then inhale the left hand to the sky, directly up to the sky. Inhale, reaching those fingers high, gazing at those fingers, opening all the way through the left side body. And as you exhale, bend and fold over to the top right hand side, opening up here. Inhale, rolling that left shoulder blade back, looking up at the sky, pushing that left seat bone into the mat. Feel that lovely stretch all the way from the seat bone, all the way up through the left side, gazing up and reaching those left fingers over. Inhale here. As you exhale, take those left fingers to the top of that right kneecap. Gaze at those left fingers. Inhale here. As you exhale, arching the back, take a tuck and pull in. So a little seated kind of cat here. Just pausing here, using a little resistance on that left hand, tucking the tailbone under. Feel that lovely stretch. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, staying here. And then as you exhale, soften here, lifting the right hand all the way up to the sky, reaching high. Inhale here, exhale, reaching over to the left. So keeping that hand gently on that right kneecap, feeling that reach. So again, that pull, the opposite direction. Reaching up and over towards the left with that left hand. Inhale here, as you exhale, take that right hand to that left kneecap. So both hands are on opposite kneecaps. Inhale here, as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, arch through the lower back, bring the chin into the chest, and just feel a little stretch here. Maybe walk those hands on those fingers on those knees and pulling a little bit more. Feel that opening of those shoulder blades and feel that pressure pushing into the lower back, pushing that lower back. Feel that lovely stretch. Inhale here, as you exhale, release the hands from the fingertips, sweep them all the way up to the sky, and exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale through center. As you exhale, open those arms wide, like you've got that big beach ball. Thumbs to the back of the room, little fingers to the front. Inhale here, as you exhale, drop those shoulders away from the ears. So really tug them down. Feel like someone's holding on the back, their fingers are on the back of your shoulders and they're pulling them down. So nice, strong, like we're keeping that beach ball above the head. Tuck the tailbone under, belly button to spine, and restack head over heart, heart over pelvis. Inhale, just reach those fingers up a little inch or two. And exhale, pulling them down. So it's not cactus, it's just pulling down from the shoulders, not from the elbows. Once more, inhale, reach the fingers up high. Exhale, pull down those shoulders, nice long necks. Inhale here, exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale through center, exhale, right hand to the mat. Once more like this. Inhale here, exhale, reaching those left fingers to the sky. And exhale, coming over to the right. Really reaching, maybe pushing into the mat with that right hand to get that maximum amount of opening here. Maybe the left seat bone is now on the mat, but pushing that left knee into the mat as well, opening up, finding a little more space. Rolling that left shoulder back, opening up, looking at the sky, sending the face to the sun. Inhale here, as you exhale, slowly take that left hand to the right knee. Tuck the tailbone, reaching, tucking, pulling. Feel that lovely stretch in the lower back. Inhale here, as you exhale, lengthen through the spine. Inhale, lifting the right hand to the sky. Exhale, reaching over to the left. Just release those left fingers and take that right hand, reaching it round to the right. So just a little bit more. Take the left hand this time to the mat. Reaching here, pulling through, looking at the mat. Nice arch. Releasing the right fingers, lifting them all the way up to the sky. Inhale here, exhale, reaching towards the left side of the mat. Nice reach, nice arch. Pulling down that right seat bone and that left knee towards the floor. Inhale here, as you exhale, rolling that right shoulder blade back, looking at the sky. Beautiful here. Inhale here, exhale, take the right hand to the left knee. Inhale here, exhale, pull, tuck and tailbone, reaching under, maybe pushing in with that left fingers in the mat. Little bow here. And then inhale, left fingers all the way up to the sky, lift them up and high. Exhale, take them towards the top of that right knee. Last time here, double arms here, tucking the tailbone, chin to chest. Feel that lovely arch through the back. So you're really feeling like you're bringing a cat spine here. Tuck the tailbone under, belly to spine, pushing through the shoulders. And maybe walking those fingers a little bit further around the kneecaps so you can get a little bit more opening. So feel like the skin on those shoulder blades is pulling away and opening. You're zipping your spine, unzipping your spine. Inhale here, as you exhale, release the hand. Sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale here, as you exhale, take the hands to the mat, rolling over the knees if good for you, coming through to your all fours. Setting up here, 4-point kneeling, nice and strong. taking that moment to settle in, whatever feels good for you. Maybe today, taking those hands a little wider. Maybe those little fingers are to the end of the mat. Maybe index fingers and thumb are pointing to the top of the mat. And then take the weight over those fingers, have a little wake up through those wrists. Feel those tops of those feet pushing in the mat. Just feel those places of contact. And then take a moment to restack wrists, elbows, shoulders, knees under hips, toes untucked. Sometimes we're so quick to come into pose that we just don't realise that we're not how we should be. We should honour each pose and position. And then just don't come and hang out and just stand, you know. Try and have a little movement. Be organic, whatever feels good for you today. And then slowly here, inhale here. As you exhale, drop the belly to the floor. Pausing here at the bottom. Really drop the belly, feel that lovely arch in the lower back. Maybe really drop into those shoulders, bringing the chest and the chin forward. Inhale here, as you exhale, tuck the tailbone, coming up into your cat stretch. Really tuck, chin into chest, nice and strong, pushing up through the shoulders. And we're moving. Inhale, drop belly, cow. Exhale, tuck and push, cat. Remember, make the duration of the move as long as your breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Once more, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Beautiful breath. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, tuck toes, lift knees and claw yourself all the way up to your down dog. Swaying through the hips, pedaling through the heels, whatever is good for you. If you need to fidget and reset those hands, do so. But notice that the palms, the fingertips, the middle between the thumb and the forefinger, everything is completely flat on the mat. So if you were to make a handprint now and you had to paint on your hands, every single line, every curve would be imprinted on your mat. And then send the weight back over the heels. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe take a little tuck under with the chin into the chest. Just to elongate that spine. Lifting those seat bones high up to the sky. Inhale here. And as you exhale, drop the knees as wide as the mat. Bring the toes to touch. Sink back, wide leg, child's pose. Pushing those hips down towards the floor, softening the belly, the chest, the chin or the forehead, whatever is good for you. And then walk those hands out along the mat, really active here. So you're clawing those fingers as far as you can get. Really reach to the top end of the mat. And then inhale here, as you exhale, pull those shoulder blades down. Like if you had a pair of jeans on, you're trying to tip those shoulder blades into the back pockets of the jeans. So you're really clawing those fingers. You can feel that activation through the shoulders. And then sink those hips a little bit further. So nice and active. Notice everywhere you're feeling here. And take 2 full, beautiful breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. You should feel that activation in the shoulders, the triceps, the biceps, the forearms, the palms. And once more, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale here as you exhale, coming up all fours. Restack hands over heart, hands and knees. Pushing the tops of the feet into the mat. Really feel that connection here. Make sure those arms are stacked nicely. Tuck the tailbone under slightly. Pull the belly button into the spine. Inhale here, and as you exhale, just lift the knees about an inch off the mat. Just hover. Check there's a nice line from the crown to the tail. Belly button is pulling up to the spine. And that weight is equally distributed from the hands and the tops of the feet. Breathing here nicely. Pushing up through those shoulder blades. Feel that connection. Feel the heat start to rise in the body. For 2 more full, beautiful breaths, use that breath to power through. And for 1. Inhale here. As you exhale, drop the knees to the mat. Inhale here. As you exhale, slide the hands all the way up towards the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Check your setup here. Legs are directly parallel behind you. Knees under hips. And then tuck the tailbone under. So awful lot of time we hover out and we've just got a nice big arch in the back. But really feel like you're tucking those tailbone under, pulling through belly to spine. Inhale, sweep the palms to the sky. Exhale, drop those arms. Again, that big beach ball. Dropping those shoulders away from the ear. Pulling the belly button into spine, growing up through the body. Inhale here. As you exhale, release the hands behind you, interlacing those fingers. Rolling those shoulder blades back and down, sending the knuckles towards the floor. Do keep that nice connection in the belly. Inhale here. As you exhale, lift those palms away from you. So pushing forward, opening up that chest space, nice and strong. As you exhale, bring the hands towards the body and towards the knuckles to the floor. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, softening, keeping it long and lengthened each time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Twice more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Send those knuckles further down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Release those hands. Inhale, hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bow and fold, child's pose. Sink the hips. This time those knees are a little bit still, they stay where they are, so they're not wide leg, they're halfway between wide leg and stuck together. And then claw those hands out again, lengthening through, and notice that stretch in the back of the shoulder blades. Inhale here, exhale, coming up into your all fours. Inhale here, exhale, tuck toes, lift knees, down dog. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale here. As you exhale, walk the feet to the face, come to the front of the mat, forward fold. Bring those toes together today, or hip width, whatever feels good for you. So you choose. Maybe grab hold of the shoulders, or maybe those hands are just resting on the floor. If those hamstrings feel super tight today, take a slight bend in the knees. There's no prize for having the straightest legs and being as close to down. Everybody's at a different stage. Maybe pedaling those legs here if that feels good for you. Having a little sway. Releasing that head as always. Shake the head, yes. It's not the head, no. Or that kind of thing. And reverse. And just use that body here, that breath to soften. Feel those seat bones lifting higher up to the sky for that lovely stretch on those hamstrings. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Really slowly restacking each vertebrae, head and shoulders last. And then inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then send them all the way down to the sides, releasing those hands, palms facing the front. Roll those shoulder blades back and down, sinking them here, tucking the tailbone, palms strong. Maybe close down those eyes. We're going to do a few simple sun salves. If you want to keep the eyes closed, just be guided by my voice. So take a moment to settle into your Tadasana here. Maybe bring the toes up from the face, feeling that connection. And then replacing those toes one by one by one. If the eyes are closed, just notice you don't have to look at them, they're there. And then lift up through the arches, the shins, the kneecaps, the quads. As always, tuck the tailbone, drop those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, sweep to the spine. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or thighs, whatever is good for you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale here, exhale, slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart center. One breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, Inhale, halfway lift, your choice. Nice long flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Lifting high, exhale, maybe take a clap, jai in namaste. Exhale, hands to heart center. Once more, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale through center, lift the chest and the chin to the sky. Maybe take a slight back bend. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Exhale, take those hands behind, interlace fingers this time, the other thumb on top. Always feels a bit weird. Roll those shoulders up, back and down, send the knuckles towards the floor, tuck the tailbone under, everything nice and active. Inhale, lifting the palms away from the body. Exhale, releasing towards the body and to the earth. Twice more, inhale, lift, little crook there, little crack. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Spring those hands open, swim those arms all the way up to the sky. Clap, jai, namaste. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat, step back with the right leg. Drop your right knee, arms up the right toes. Inhale here, exhale. Really lengthen here in your runner's lunge. Take a moment to sink, to soften. And then scissor those hips, send the left hip back, roll the right forward. Bring those toes to the face, send the heel away. And then feel like you're lifting that left seat bone high to the sky to get even more length into that hamstring. Hands either side of the shin. Inhale here as you exhale, roll through that front foot. Bending that knee so the knee is over the ankle and sweep the hands forward all the way up. And as you exhale, bow and surround, flexing that foot. And as you exhale, coming all the way around, taking those hands to the floor. So a little circuit here in the move, using those arms at the same time. Inhale here, exhale, foot to floor. Sweep those arms, lifting them up, reaching forward, up and back. And when you get to the center point, lengthen that front leg, flex it, reaching back, maybe slight back bend, reaching round, fold, rolling through and stopping. Yeah, nice and strong. So nice, we're going to do that twice more. And really try and reach as far forward as you can. And then lift as far back as you can. So you're really pushing yourself off your balance and you're having to use your core to stabilize. So nice and strong. Inhale, sweep forward, lifting up, reaching up, maybe that big beach ball here. Reaching high to the sky, lengthening that front leg, flexing the foot. And as you exhale, surround and rolling through, bending back down, sinking to the hips. Carry on, we're moving. Inhale, sweep, lifting, flex, reaching back. Exhale, beautiful. Use the belly. Exhale, sweeping through once more. Inhale, sweep, reach, lifting up, pull through the pelvic floor, lifting back and round. Exhale, gorgeous. And then take those hands either side of that foot. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale here as you exhale, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee and have both legs straight. So both legs are straight here in a pyramid variation. Again, scissor those hips and then try and lift the heel of the right foot really high so that you're tipping forward. Again, nice and strong. Inhale here and exhale. We're doing the same thing but with the knee lifted. So inhale here, bend that front knee, lifting forward, sweeping sinking down. So you can drop that right knee if you need to, if not, keep it nice and low on the floor. So lengthen back again into the pyramid. So we're going to move it into a flow. Inhale here, exhale, bend the front knee, reach forward, lifting up and back. Inhale here, exhale, bow and fold, straighten that front leg, tipping forward. Hands either side. Bend that front knee, reach forward, lifting up and back. Lengthening the front leg, pyramid, exhale, bow and fold. It's wobbling. Inhale, reaching, bending front knee all the way forward, lifting up, straighten both legs, pyramid legs, up and back, surround those arms. Exhale, bow and fold, bend the front knee, hands to the mat. Once more, inhale, sweep, lifting forward, up and back, lengthen that front leg, scissor the hips. Exhale, bow and fold, bend the front knee, hands either side of the foot. Inhale here, exhale, step the left foot back to plank. Nice and strong. Well done. Inhaling and exhaling. If you need to drop to the knees to half plank, please do, no problems. But make sure you're nice and strong wherever you are. Check the setup, wrists, elbows, shoulders, tucked tailbone, knees lifted. Inhale here as you exhale, elbows in, we're going to lower all the way to the mat. Slowly lower. Long body, keeping it level, brushing those elbows against the ribs. Inhale, cobra. And back to the mat. Tuck toes, lift knees, power back up to plank. Inhale here, exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, 2 full breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. Once more, inhaling and exhaling. We're coming to the front of the mat, either walk or maybe coming high on those toes, bending the knees, looking forward, taking a little hop. Halfway lift, long flat back, hands to shins, thighs, just loose, so wherever you want. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart center. Reset your Tadasana. Inhaling and exhaling. Shoulders back and down. Once more, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, sweep to the sky. Diamond Namaste. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, sweep those hands behind, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders, sink it back down. Maybe getting more space here above across the chest. Opening up here. Inhale, lift the palms away from the body. Maybe become a little bit higher this time. Don't tip forward with it, just keep the body all stacked again. Exhale towards the body, towards the floor. Really feel like you're trying to touch those knuckles on the floor. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing, nice and strong. Maybe bring the palms together. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Last time. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, sweep the hands to the sky, release those fingers. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. This time, step back with the left leg. Nice and strong. Drop that left knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep the hands forward. Exhale, hands to heart center. So we're doing the same thing on the other side. But check your setup first. I didn't say that on the other leg, but check you're not on a tightrope. But also you need to be pulling everything up through the center, everything round, and also from the belly to the spine. So you're going to get that wobble. And you want to have that wobble because then your body will take that time and to really react to kind of pull everything in. So if you're not wobbling, you're not pushing yourself to the edges you need to make that change. So yeah, if you keep doing the same thing and nothing happens, then we're not going to get change. So we want change. So inhale, sweep the hands forward, lifting forward. Exhale, flexing that right foot, lifting up and back, reaching back off center. Exhale, reaching round, bending that front knee, foot to the floor. We're coming straight into it. Inhale, lifting. Reach high, flex that front foot, lengthen, reaching back, opening those arms, that chest, surround. Exhale, bend the front knees, sweep forward. Inhale, sweep forward. Lifting high. Exhale, lengthen, bow and fold all the way back down. 2 more. Inhale, lift forward. Lifting up, flex the front toes, reaching up and back. Beautiful. And then rolling through the front foot. Last time, slowest. Inhale, reach. Lifting high. Flex the foot, lengthen the leg, bow backwards. And then exhale, release. I guess it's not bowing backwards, is it? Inhale here, exhale, hands to the mat. Take a moment here. Inhale here, exhale. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, bend, straighten the front leg. So pyramid on the other side. Again, take that moment to your setup here. Little gap between the 2 feet. Lengthening those legs. So maybe take the hands outside of the foot, maybe they're flat, maybe they're steepled. And then lifting up with that left heel off the mat. Scissoring those hips, and then lift that right seat bone high so you can feel that beautiful, lovely hamstring stretch. So we're coming through the same thing, sweeping forward and back, taking that nice lunge. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, bend the front knee, releasing the hands from the mat and reaching forward, up and back. Exhale, straightening the front leg, reaching those arms back and round. Bending the front knee, bringing the hands to the mat. Inhale, reach forward. Lifting up, lengthening that front leg. Exhale, sweep, bend the front leg, bow and fold. So try not to touch the floor this time with the fingers. Inhale, sweep. Lengthening the front leg. Exhale, then reach round, reaching forward, reaching. Inhale, reach. Exhale, up and back. Oh, nice kick back stretch here. Once more, inhale, last time, slow. Reach, lifting, nice strong front leg. Exhale, surround, bending through. Take the hands to the mat. Inhale here, exhale, step the right foot back to plank or half plank if you need to drop the knees. Nice and strong, breathing here, long line from the crown to the tail. Roll those elbow creases to the front of the mat. Inhale here as you exhale, push forward on those toes, nose to the top of the mat. And then slowly lower all the way to the mat. Keeping that body straight, arms 90-90, all the way, brushing the ribs, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Pause here in cobra, pushing the hips into the mat. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, send the elbows towards the mat. Inhale here, exhale to the mat. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, plank. Inhale here, exhale, down dog. Open the knees as wide as the mat, touch the mat, toes to touch. Sink back, wide leg, child's pose. So that's strong on the balance, using the core. And also really strong on the front thigh, whatever one you're using, because you're pushing through that foot to pull yourself up and back. So again, walk those fingers out along the mat. Really walk them as far as they can go. Even maybe it's lifting your seat off the floor. And then when they're there, wherever they are, then take that moment on that exhale to push those seat bones back down to the heels. Feel like they're kissing the heels, sinking down. Maybe the hands start pulling through the mat. You feel that lovely stretch and release. That weight on those hips sinking down towards those heels. Take 2 beautiful breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Once more, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale here as you exhale, coming up, tucking toes, downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Now you're nice and warm, really deepen into your dog, maybe taking a little bit further. Going through the checks, maybe lifting the toes up from the face, up from the floor, sinking the heels down to the floor. Lifting the seat bones high to the sky, softening here. Maybe rolling those elbows out and round to the front, maybe rolling those shoulder blades round. All these little checks to sink a little bit more into our dog. Inhale here as you exhale. You can either walk or hop to the front of the mat to that forward fold. Take a moment here in your forward fold. Sway if that's good for you. And then take the hands to the back of the mat. Move back of the hands to the mat. If they're not on the mat, doesn't matter if they're up here, that's fine. Inhale here, as you exhale, bend the knees like you're coming into a crouch and lift the hands to the sky, straight up into chair. Inhale here and exhale, tucking the tailbone. And then again, as we did with the shoulders, roll them back, sink the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale here as you exhale, sweep the hands behind you, coming to hummingbird, lift the heels off the floor. Again, roll the shoulder blades back and down. Maybe lift the heels a little higher. Palms facing the floor. Long neck, use that breath. Can you sink the hips a little bit more, lift the heels a little higher. Challenge the balance belly to spine. Opening through the chest, inhaling and exhaling. Embrace the wobble, embrace the shape. Inhale here, exhale, drop the heels, sweep the arms all the way back, chair pose. Inhale here, exhale, forward fold. Inhale here, exhale, slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe. Maybe close down the eyes. Notice the body, the breath, the heat on the skin maybe. And just take time to reset the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. One more breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale here, as you exhale, slide that left foot back. So we're coming into a wide leg here. So toes facing the corners, the outside corners of your mat. Tuck the tailbone under, nice and strong to the spine. Inhale, sweep to the sky. And as you exhale, bow towards the right. So you're reaching your right fingers to the front and left fingers are still to the sky. So lift up and round. Inhale here, exhale, maybe coming a little bit further. Maybe take that right hand to the outside edge of that right leg and lifting up through the body. But tucking the tailbone, lifting up high. Inhale, lengthening. You should feel a really deeper lengthen here through the side body that we did at the beginning. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale, lifting all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale through center. Keep the right hand in the sky. Exhale, reaching the left towards the mat, to the end of the left side of the mat. Inhale, reaching higher. Exhale, coming up and over. Take the left hand maybe to the left. But just reaching, pushing those feet nice and strong in the mat. Tucking the tailbone, belly to spine. Use the control of the body here in this wide leg position. Very different to when you've got the legs together. Inhale here, exhale, reaching both hands to the sky. Inhale here, exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale here, exhale. We're going to tuck and forward fold. So slowly first, bring those toes in so those legs are parallel, feet are parallel, top and into them. And as you're doing so, tip forward, take a halfway lift here. Palms still into the sternum, lift the seat bones to the sky. Nice long flat back. Really push the seat bones out behind, roll into the knife edge of the feet. Inhale here, as you exhale, coming all the way down to the mat, and take the left hand into your center. Inhale here, as you exhale, open wide with the right arm, looking up at the sky. So pause here. Use that pressure to push the seat bones high up to the sky. Roll that right shoulder blade and maybe look at those fingers in the sky. Pushing strong into the left hand into the mat. Inhale here, as you exhale, take the right hand to the mat and replace it where the left was. And inhale straight away, lifting the left to the sky. Reaching up, pushing those seat bones high, rolling in the knife edge. Inhale, reach higher, exhale, hand to mat and replace. Swapping each time. Inhale, right to the sky, lifting those legs high. Exhale to the mat. Twice more. Inhale with the left. Exhale with the left. Inhale with the right. Exhale with the right. Last time to even it up. Inhale with the left. Exhale with the left. Pause here. Take both shoulders, hands under the shoulders. Elbows roll in. Lifting the seat bones high to the sky, and just take that bow and fold. Maybe the crown of the head comes to the mat or towards the mat. Maybe today is not the day. We're just pausing briefly. Upside down here, that lovely lengthen through the legs. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale here, as you exhale, coming up halfway. Walking both fingers to the top of the mat towards the right foot. Inhale here, exhale, stepping in, forward fold. Inhale here, as you exhale, slowly rolling all the way up through the spine. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're coming down to the floor. Inhale through center. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the right leg and the left to plank. Inhale here and exhale. Last time in plank. Use that breath. All your last little bits of energy. Use that, pushing those heels back, maybe sending the nose a little bit further to the top end of the mat. Nice and strong. Inhale here. You can either drop to the knees and come to child's pose, or take one last chaturanga. Slowly lowering down all the way to the mat. Inhale here, exhale, cobra. Inhale here, exhale to the mat. Inhale here, exhale, push up and back, child's pose. Sweep those hands behind, grab and hold of those feet, maybe take the forehead to the mat. Maybe really walking those knees together if that's good for you. If this is not a happy place for you, just have those knees wide, let the tummy sink between the legs. And then feel those shoulder blades drop towards the earth. Feel that spine, like you pretend that spine is a zip. And you're unzipping that spine and just letting it all release, soften away towards the mat. 2 full, beautiful breaths here. Maybe rock the forehead, the third eye. Just take a slight massage here. And then slowly release the hands. Bring the hands just under the shoulders. Bring yourself up, swing your legs to one side and take a seat. So Dandasana, staff pose, last pose here. Bring the flesh from the seat bones. Flex those feet. Adjust those trousers. And then take the hands to the tops of the thighs. Roll those shoulder blades back and down as we've done all day. Nice flat back. Remember that string through the crown. Head over heart, heart over pelvis, all of those things. things. Tuck the tailbone, belly to spine. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, just gently walk those hands along those legs. Chin and chest forward as always, and taking a forward fold here on the legs. So they come to wherever they come, and just soften here. So the hands maybe come to the sides of the mat, either side of the feet, or on the shins still. And each exhale you take, soften here. Keeping those feet flexed, nice and active. Feel those seat bones pushing away from you. Maybe grabbing hold of the feet if that feels good for you. Maybe grabbing hold of those wrists behind the feet, whatever suits you. And just soften and fold, bow and fold here. Just releasing. And feel that lovely lengthening through those hamstrings. Feel that all that connection on the mat. And let that tummy just release and soften on the thighs. Maybe the chest. Maybe the chin. Maybe the forehead. Wherever you are is the right place. 2 more breaths here. Feel that lovely softening through the glutes. Maybe a little stretch feels nice. 1 more breath. Inhale here. As you exhale, slowly walk those hands all the way up the legs again. Reset here. And then take the hands to the mat. Walk yourself down. Bring the knees so they're facing the sky. Feet to the floor. And then walk yourself back. Lying down. Check those heels are directly behind those seat bones, knees over those ankles. Tuck the tailbone under, feel that pressure of pushing that lower back into the mat. And we're just going to take one gentle bridge here, just to neutralise through the spine. So take the hands to the mat, palms down. Maybe roll the shoulder blades under already. Inhale here as you exhale, pushing through the feet, lifting the hips. Pushing them up to the sky, sending the knees forward, keeping them nice and anchored. Don't let them fall wider than the ankle, so keep everything parallel. And maybe if that feels good for you here, you're just going to stay here. Or maybe you'd like to interlace those fingers behind you, walk those shoulder blades together a little bit more. Maybe lifting the chin, chest up to the chin further up to the sky, pushing those knees to the end of the mat. Feel that lovely stretch in the back and the glutes. Inhale here as you exhale, release the hands and slowly, slowly rolling back down into the earth. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Keep the connection in the abs and the glutes the whole way down until you are totally flat on the floor. Feel like those vertebrae are restacking along the mat. And then from here, gently walk out the right leg along the mat. And then left. Palms facing the sky. As we come into our Shavasana, if you need to walk those shoulder blades together a little bit more, maybe do so. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, just soften and release and let go and surrender to the mat. Any last little bit of tension or stress that you're holding on to, just release. You're going to take any little tenses with the body, just so that you completely surrender. Please do. Maybe you want to take yourself back to your beach. You're now lying on the beach in Shavasana. It's the end of the day. The sun is just warm enough to warm you, not hot enough to burn you. The sun is starting to dip into the ocean. The heat that has been through the whole day has that lovely residual heat in the sand which is warming your body. In every exhale you take your softening into the sand, and the sand is moulding to your body. Maybe you can hear the sea, maybe you can hear the waves, maybe you can hear birds. Just notice and know that you are completely safe and that your body is lying here at one with your environment. And as you're lying here, if there's anything you're holding on to, any emotional tension or turmoil or worries, feel that each time you exhale and that waves recede, that they're taking all of that away, all that worry and stress. And as you inhale, the waves come in and wash you clean and reset you. Each time they recede, they're taking away. And each time they're coming in, they're bringing in new life, new energy, opportunity. So just let everything go, physically, mentally. Lying here just in peace. Start to deepen the breath. Take that lovely fresh sea air in, filling the lungs, filling the body, revitalizing you. Take some movement with the body, wiggling fingers and toes, feeling those heels in the sand, the backs of the hands in the sand, the back of the head in the sand as you're rocking it side to side. And then take a full body stretch, reaching up overhead, pointing through with the fingers and the toes. Taking a really big stretch here. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Rock through the lower back. Releasing through the knees and the hips. And then slowly come to your right hand side. Pause here. Noticing your environment. Noticing the new you. And slowly, keeping your eyes closed, push yourself up to seated with your palms of your hands open to receive. Walk slowly. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still. And just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going. That many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. I'm going to take 3 breaths together here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale the palms to the heavens, join in prayer. And as you exhale, bring your palms to your third eye for clear vision, to your mouth for the truth, and to your heart centre for love and for life. Namaste.